What a great time to be alive. Alright, we are live, and I just had to close all my gay porn out, so it wasn't on that screen, or at least just move it to the other. Anyways, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group 2, Pride and Prudence. Tonight we have a near full party. We are Sans Jordan, so I'll be controlling Brock and the rest of the harem. We have Ramon controlling Urkus, JD controlling Tristan, Robert controlling Roman, and Eric controlling my role. That is the one for this session. When we last left Group 2 off, man, you guys were in the middle of a lot. You had just finished up your storyline with Roman and hunting, and I say hunting with quotation marks, hunting down Krun and dispatching of him. And after you guys were kind of licking your wounds and trying to find a safe place to rest, you guys had discovered that Brock's sister had been kidnapped the night prior. And that morning, though, she had been returned safely and had actually had a pretty decent time with her captors. You guys, after ensuring that Rachia was safe and well looked after, you guys spent the day. You got a lot of money. I don't remember how much it is, so JD, I might have to tell you later. Oh wait, no, I have it here, so I'll tell you at the start of the session. Actually, I'll tell you now. JD, Tristan got 299 gold coins, and he got 325 ruby pieces. Additionally, he got a set of fine clothes that are crimson and silver. And he was told to use the money to outfit himself in a way that that's appropriate for the Saril family and reflects well on the Nay cards. So the party got a bunch of funds and decided to go shopping. As they did, they found a set of blacksmiths forging a magical mace. They talked to the blacksmiths and discovered that the blacksmiths had some other well-crafted gear in the back that they sold to the party. One of which being a longsword made out of a white metal called Veilpier. That is important to the party because they know Career was asked to smuggle some of that metal into Ardor, or into the capital city of Ardor, and she was very frustrated to find out that the metal wasn't something that was completely illegal, and went to her criminal contact and found out that what she smuggled was actually much more potent and dangerous, and that people have been, or rather, a group has been stealing literally all of it, which is why it's been so hard to come by. Then with that, she got frustrated and headed back to the manor. The party forged up, and so much happened, and it was just a small session too. Wow. The party forged up documents. They got Nathan and Aaron, or just Nathan, as officially under their care, and and Myrule and Urkus bartered for some armor that was looted off a dead guy, and asked Rachia to identify it for them, which she did, and said it belonged to a former thief, and had some pretty horrifying memories as she looked back on it. That said, it is late in the night of the 33rd, moving into the 34th of Father. Everybody is at the Naykart Manor, which is where the Sarils and Saril Rentalpaws are staying. You guys have rooms there in the keep. Pretty much a good 65% of this keep is abandoned, but there are sections of it that's been renovated for use. what is everybody up to? And if nothing, we will go to the next morning.
Well, I was supposed to go pick up my daggers, silver daggers, at the end of the day, which I would have done like around closing time. So if it's after that, I've already done it.
Okay.
And then I was also supposed to have my crimson leather armor delivered, which I don't know if has arrived yet.
Alright, what's everybody else doing?
Just testing out the armor that I got to see how it feels when it changes.
Okay, and I sent you that command word, because I don't remember what it was. I mean, you don't have to say it. You can just say, you know, Urka speaks the command word and changes it.
I don't even remember how to pronounce it, or if I spelled it right.
Wait, what is it? Let me write it down for my notes, just personal notes.
Alright, I'm gonna send it in the group, in the Discord chat, because I'm not even sure if I spelled it right, or if that's just me messing up. And I can't copy. Wonderful. I got SERMEONLOLI, or I might have messed that up. I don't. That's just what I found in my notes.
Sermolia. All right, fair enough. I think I did roll that off of a random Latin generator, so...
Because I read that as Sermon Lowly for a second, I'm like, what?
Stromboli!
Stromboli.
Alright, is Tristan and Roman doing anything?
Real quick, rapid fire retroactive. A, can I get a suit of plate mail armor? B, can I get a shield +1?
Rapid fire on the plate mail, I don't think Tristan can afford it. Yes, okay. He can find people who can craft it. But
I'd have to earn much more money.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll you a percentage die on the other one. Because if I recall, a shield +1 for no reason at all is cheaper than a suit of full plate. Yes. Welcome to 5th edition. Anyways, talking to the rest of the party, they do inform you of a very buff smith they met who would be capable of crafting such a shield. However...
great.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's not one for purchase.
Not where Tristan looks around in the city.
Can I roll an investigation check to see if I do find something?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a shield +1 in the city. Yeah, Tristan would learn that if he wants to get one crafted, the best smiths in the country work here, possibly in the world. He also knows if he just wants one quick for the cheaps, he'd be better off trading with one with the people moving in and out of the outer spheres. However, that said, looking around Somia, he does not find one.
Okay. And third, you said I got how many rubies?
325 rubies, and I'm sorry, I misspoke on the gold. 289 gold.
Okay. Alright, let's see, what about a ring of protection, cloak of protection,
Just trying to pump that AC up, huh?
AC saves, let's see, I already have a stone of good luck, so I can't stack another one on top of that.
I mean, you could. It wouldn't do anything, but it'd look pretty.
Yeah, that's kind of the point, Brandon. You know what? Could I look for a scroll of mass cure wounds?
Oof, looking for magic here. Let me look at my notes. You probably would be able, and this is something Tristan would know intrinsically. He'd probably be able to barter one off of from one of the chantries.
Okay.
But yes, you could get one. You could get one at the market value from one of the chantries.
Okay.
Anywhere else you'd be looking at, varying prices. This is the capital, though. Things like that would be traded here. Ardor is not known for its magic, though.
Okay, and any word on either the ring or the cloak?
Once again, people who crafted, but I mean, by this time, Tristan looking for all of that, with going on with his other search, he would not find those.
Okay. Then that'll wrap it up for Tristan tonight.
Alright. I'm going to... I'll send you a message in a bit, because Tristan would pick up some things as he's walking around looking for these items, and would have better luck in the future. Mostly, too, your guys' loot table is already rolled up, so... but anyways... and was Roman doing anything?
No.
Just chilling in the keep?
Yeah.
Alright, it is the 34th of Father.
Did I get my daggers and my armor then?
Yes, the daggers are, you are able to pick up the armor on your way back from the chantry of, not the chantry, from the Council of Slavery.
Oh, right, yeah, because of the thing we do with Nathan.
Yeah, you and Brock headed there. You'd be able to pick up the armor, or the daggers on your way back, and the armor would be dropped off for you while you were out.
Okay, did the pretty lady drop it off, or she sent someone else?
I'm gonna roll you a die for it. She would have dropped it off herself. However, she would have expressed disappointment at you not being at the manor.
Oh, fuck.
And simply have left. It's a big city,
Okay.
and
Fair enough.
but yes, it is the 34th.
And I was gonna give my old armor to someone else. I forget who that was, but you now
Brock.
have studded armor. Okay, so someone let him know that he has studded leather now.
Okay, I'm gonna write it as a
AC
note because I will
by
forget
one.
it. I just want you to know I disapprove of that. I need to be able to hit Brock. I need to be able to hit everybody. Including Urkus. His armor's gonna stop working. Because it's magic!
Oh no.
I'm kidding. Alright, so the 34th, guys, let me tell you about it. It is snowing at the start of the morning when you guys wake up. Other than that, as you guys are now in a higher position, as most people, or most of the rooms renovated in the keep are in the upper floors for safety precautions, as brigands break into the lower floors and ransack things. That's awful. Who wants to stay there? Oh, by the way, JD, because you were out last session, security at the mansion, or at the keep, has over 100-fold. It is hard to turn a hallway that's populated, that's in use, like, without seeing, like, a patrol of guards moving down it.
Hmm. Okay.
Otherwise, for you guys, the night passes rather uneventfully. In your elevated rooms, though, you can look out over the city. You can, on the outer side of Somia, you can see the shanty little festival town that's kind of popped up for the holiday tomorrow, with all for all the additional people living in town. But even early in the morning, you guys waking up, the city is bustling with life. What do you guys want to do today?
My role would express a desire to go back to Krun's house and possibly see if they could get through the rubble into the basement and see what was down there.
Does he communicate this to the rest of the party?
Yeah, I'd just say he would express a desire to. Yeah, so he would basically be like, "Do you guys want to go with me and try and see if we can figure out what he was exactly up to?"
How many days has it been since the mansion burned down?
Literally just one. It burned down on the night of the 32nd. And you guys spent the 33rd walking around town, and it is now the 34th.
So 2 nights ago.
Okay. Tristan will express doubt, saying, "Perhaps that is not such a wise course of action to take. After all, it has been rather recent, and if we go digging around, people may assume ill intentions. Not only that, but I doubt that there's anything that would have survived the fire that would be useful to us."
I suppose. I just don't like the idea of leaving a contract unfulfilled, but you are right. Risks would probably outweigh the benefit.
Refresh my memory. What exactly was your contract?
Kill the slaver Krun.
Okay. Now, considering that you have given it your best effort, that the contract did not give you as much information as you would have needed to complete such a task, I doubt there will be anything in the basement. Likely, if Krun is still about, and on this plane of existence, he likely will not be returning to his old stronghold until he feels confident or strong enough to do so.
I understand that. I was just merely hoping that there might be some evidence into who his friends might be or anything that might lead me to where he would be now. But you're right, the chances are slim, and probably if the guards saw us poking around there, they'd ask more questions than we'd want.
They are slim, and it is not wise, but you do bring up a good point. There may be some information that we could glean from it, but perhaps let us not go during the broad daylight. This, I believe, is a task we would save for the cover of night.
Agreed.
Brock's going to chip in here, and this is something I forgot to mention in the recap. Before we ended the session, last time, Brock brought the party together and explained that whoever was trying to build one of the Earthfire weapons on that list had probably done so already. So at this point, Brock would probably chime in and say, yeah, but I think what you guys are forgetting is Ryren is out there. Somebody has it.
I don't even know where we'd begin, though. Like, we don't know who or where, or honestly, I mean, I could put the word out and try and find someone through my contacts that might know something.
Yes, but until we have a lead, there's not a whole lot that we can do about that.
Mm-hmm. Explain to me again, what exactly is this Ryren? It's a weapon?
Yeah, Brock's going to take out a small vellum scroll and start waving it in your face and frantically say, it's an Earthfire weapon. When they're powerful artifacts, some of them lasting years and years and years and centuries, some of them just being theorized that they can be built. And he points to the top one on the list and says, this is everything we know about it, and he's just gonna go ahead and click this, and then he's gonna hit, there we go, boom. I'm hoping his notes are on there.
Ryren, some stuff is on there, yeah. So, in which case, I imagine it would take very rare resources and a smith of legendary proportions to pull something like that off. I could put the word out to see if any such people are in town. I mean, obviously with the festival, there's a lot of new people in town, but...
Yeah, that's an option.
Can't hurt. I'll put the word out and I'll see. I'll take... I don't imagine it would take me long to find a contact and basically be like, I want to know who the best smith that's come to town is. Like, who the best. Because I don't see anyone less than the best pulling something like that off. And just give me a name and like a location type thing, and then if any shipments of rare materials have been spotted coming in and out of town.
Okay. So is that your guys' course of action? If you'd like, I can go through a rundown of the current quests you guys have active.
Seems fine, but also, I have had second thoughts, and I would like to go and find a smith and ask him how long it would take to craft a shield +1.
Regret! Regret! Alright, you guys want to head to the... you guys want to head back to the Forge Ring and talk to Riteri? I think that was his name. That would be like...
Our beautiful...
Since the rest of the
beautiful
group
Armstrong
wants
of a smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Alright, yeah, that's 2 birds, 1 stone.
And it would only take me, like, you know, like maybe a half hour to find someone and put the word out, and then it would be time. I'd have to wait for information to come back, so I would just meet them up at the Forge.
Alright, so once again, moving from the Sage's Manor to the Nakart Keep, you guys move from being adjacent to the center of town to living on the edge of town. So it takes you a little second to get to the Forge Ring, but nonetheless you find it there as you've been there many times before. Today in the pavilions, or rather the pavilion that's set up, the 3 smiths are working in a different area. Nonetheless, as they get further and further into completion on their magical item, the crowd is still following them as people come daily to watch this. The second thing you guys are going to notice, though, as you are headed to the Forge Ring to watch like these or rather, you know, speak with these smiths, the festivalness of it has kind of picked up. There are, walking down the street, there are people selling all types of festival food on little carts, moving around, just trying to push their goods. There's some common ones, there's some uncommon things you guys see. I'm not going to bog down the session with describing all of them, but if anybody wants those, they are available to you. Otherwise, you get to the tent they have set up for today, and this time Ritero is not standing on the side flexing. He's got a leather strap in his hand, and he is running it over the handle or the haft of the mace. As you guys approach, his other 2 smiths are taking a break. You guys want to push through the crowd and try and talk to him?
Yeah.
Alright. So the crowd right now is kind of at that quiet moment. There's no hammers going. There's no folding or, you know, reforging or bending going. It's just kind of polishing up right now. So they're just here waiting for like the next show to start. So if you guys push forward and, you know, call to him, he would kind of look up and notice you guys. I think of course he's gonna notice Career and Brock. Oh yeah, let's establish that first. which members of the harem do you guys bring with you?
Let's see. So
Just-
I'm
just
going.
Can we bring an extra one and leave Brock behind?
Sure. I mean, Brock has his own things to take care of at the
Like,
manor.
I mean, would he go with us? That's the thing.
I mean, Brock and Effie did have some things to go over because she did have research on the dagger she was trying to share with you guys when she let slip that Rachia had been kidnapped. And then you guys just kind of went in that direction. So Brock and Effie would probably be working on things back at the keep. That said, minus Effie, minus Brock, who do you guys bring with you?
I don't think I've met the other ones.
I
Orin,
mean,
Senna,
I will. There is a folder called the harem, I believe. No, it's not. It's just group 2. So the members, you have Aaron, who is a male slave. You have Nathan Orendell, who is a Wanderkin slave. You have Jessica, who is a small fire spawn. And you have Career... and these are the ones you have available to you. And you have Career Rentalpaw, who's Brock's wife. And that is, minus Effie, that's the entirety of the harem so far.
I feel
Can't
like we
bring
wouldn't
Effie?
have. I feel like we wouldn't have Aaron or Nathan, just because if we don't have Brock, I don't feel like we'd have his slaves.
Yeah.
Aaron's probably somewhere arranging Brock's socks or underwear or something underwear.
Best
I mean, it's a
job
festival.
ever.
It's a festival. Let's like the festivities in town. Let's bring Jessica so she can have some fun. She's just been sitting at the keep being bored as hell, I imagine.
She's been unpacking with Tristan.
Okay. That's still boring as hell.
And
Yeah, but Stoics are thing.
yeah, Jessica is the best at having fun. She makes
She's
jokes.
the best at fun.
Okay, let's bring Jessica at least, and then someone else. Maybe
Jessica for her specialized.
Jessica in case we get into combat and want to survive it.
I mean, that's not a bad decision. We'll
Does
avoid
help
it.
to have a monk fighter with you.
We'll avoid it because she can keep an eye out.
Oh darn! If only we had more than one of those. Wait.
Let's clone Jessica and just bring her twice.
I'm a monk fighter.
Hey, you'll hit your stride when you hit 5 in one of your
That level-
classes.
That 5 fighter though, then I become a machine of death.
Yeah. She's the other way. She's 1 fighter, 4 monk, or 5 monk. So. So you guys bring just Jessica?
I mean, that makes the most sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And it doesn't bog us down with a shit ton of NPCs.
yeah, the Smith's actually not going to notice you guys because I think, or no, he's gonna notice Roman, just
Yes.
Roman. Yeah.
That helps be the background character.
Because I think Roman's the only one that like
Yeah.
literally met him.
Yeah. Nobody else
Well,
met.
besides Brock, so I'm the only one here that would know.
Yeah. He's gonna look up and say, hey, friend, how are you? Come on over. And
Well,
he's
then-
gonna kind of have that moment of like, ooh, I met this guy. Did he give me his name? Did he not give me? Do I know him? I'm pretty. Hey, you know, he has like that going on right now.
Hey,
I just imagine this like him like pointing, like yeah, and then it just sticks the hand out. It's like, buddy.
been so long since I've seen you, my friend.
And if you step out of the crowd and start walking towards him, he's gonna lean over from what he's working on, kind of look behind you and say, "Where'd the pretty little Nagillion go?"
What are you talking about? I brought Urkus.
You know what? I'll let you have that one.
Urkus? Hang on. No, Urkus is not the only pretty little Nilligan. Ilderon. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry.
I make the quick offhand joke and I offend Myrtle.
Yeah. Ilderon Nagillion. Yeah. You know what? You can just pretend like I never said it. Here you go.
It's my home country and I can't even pronounce it.
Or I'm sorry, it's Ilderon Nagian. Would probably be how you pronounce it.
Ilderon Nagian. Alright, that's better.
After the raucous laughter subsides from my great joke.
And I'm imagining Roman actually says that.
Oh no, that was intentional. like almost full deadpan. Just I'd be like, our bard friend and his wife are back at home. It's just us today.
And he's gonna nod and say, how's that net serving her? Wait, why did she? I still don't know why she bought that sword. I mean, we could make so much better.
Do I know enough? What I know enough to make?
Was that explained to us? Yeah, did he?
No, it wasn't. Because they went off on their own when they went to talk to that guy.
Yeah, and then I don't know if they told. I don't remember hearing if they told us what happened specifically.
No, he just told us that somebody had that weapon. He didn't tell us anything about what they actually did there.
So, I'll offer him a shrug and be like, I guess he thought it was pretty.
Yeah, the man's also gonna shrug at it and say, I guess can't knock a man for liking good crafts. That's what brings us to the festival, or brings us to the wake each year.
I never knew smithing was so popular.
And he's just gonna tap at the mace with his knuckle that he's working on, and say, why, a Sarai's only as good as the steel he wields.
And being totally ripped and topless, doesn't hurt.
Oh, right now he is completely clothed.
Is he now?
Yeah, it is
snowing.
Yeah, and he's not actually working on it today. They're finishing it up. So
I just assumed it was cold and he had nips that could cut glass.
Today there's no glistening sweat. The morning.
To be fair, I don't think it makes that much sense anyway, given they're making a frost mace.
It's cold. Let's make it colder.
And I imagine right here it probably just would be an awkward silence between you guys. As you guys just stare at him, and he's like,
I just elbow Tristan, and I'm like, you're the one that wanted shit.
You guys enjoying the show?
You could say that. I was wondering how long it would take you to craft a magical shield for me.
He's going to gesture at the two smiths in the back of the tent, who are snacking on treats and laughing, and say, well, my brothers and I, we're some of the best smiths around. When we work in tandem with each other, we can turn some things that take months into a job that might take days. And he's gonna kind of lean forward on an elbow and bring his hand to his chin and say, what are you looking to have crafted?
Not really anything special. But we've recently fallen into the employ of a particular family. You may have heard of them, the Surreals. They asked that we better arm ourselves to represent them on the field of battle. I was hoping to get a shield that would provide a little bit better protection than the one that I have now, and possibly be emblazoned with the Surreals family crest.
He's gonna nod at that and say, wait, you're talking about with Lady Anadelia? Like, you
yes,
work for her?
She She specifically requested that we dress ourselves better and equip ourselves better.
He's gonna...
I'll offer a nod in his direction, just be like, we're telling the truth, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna look back and say... He's gonna look back to his, smithing brothers, and he's gonna turn back to you and say, look, I got great respect for what she's doing, but, I mean, throwing her name around's not gonna get you respect with, my brethren. If we forge it, we'll still have to charge you.
Understandable. I was just making sure that you were familiar with the family crest.
He nods and says, far too much.
Very well. Do you require payment up front, or...?
He's going to, say, well, we'll handle the materials, as it does take a special eye for items of the nature I believe you're interested in. With that, if you would like to put a deposit on it, or some collateral for us to hang on to make sure our work is not wasted, either will be sufficient.
Certainly. Very well. And how much in total? And I'd be willing to put down half now and half upon completion.
He's gonna kind of bite his lip for a moment and just kind of look up to the moving snow and just say, I don't like these winds. Honestly, I have half a mind to charge in those damn rupees. And he'll say...
Oh, rubies, either way.
He'll say 300 rupees or 300 gold coins.
In total?
And he's gonna say, in total, 600 gold.
How about 300 of each?
He's gonna just kind of think about it for a moment, and he's gonna say, with everybody in town, the rupees are worth something right now, but I want one or the other.
Very well. I'll give you 300 rubies for now, and 300 again when I come to pick up the shield.
He nods and he's gonna extend a hand in that. Go away, Alexa. He's gonna extend a hand for like that full arm shake and say Rotero.
Rotero? Tristan Phylanth.
He's gonna say, from the north, never had much of a name for myself.
Well, provided this shield is as exquisite as you claim it will be, I have no doubt that that will change.
He's gonna nod and go ahead and just roll me a flat charisma check, just kind of for sliding in them DMs with that compliment.
Charisma is not one of my good stats.
Yeah, I know, but Tristan's gonna kinda, I'm imagining like Tristan just says that earnestly, and then just has like that super serious look on his face, and like he's gonna just like nod to it and like, yeah, it will.
Alright. After sharing in the forearm shake, Tristan says, further, in a short amount of time, probably upon my next payment, I'd be interested in looking into a suit of full plate armor. I trust you'd be able to do that as well?
He's gonna nod and say, we could craft full plate, but anybody could craft something like that. Just taking measurements and hammering away all day. We aspire to do what no smith has done before. We don't simply want to shape metal. We want to change it.
Single tier.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight that, like, in terms of the fact that we know that fucking daggers or sword or whatever the fuck's in town?
You can.
Does he seem to be like talking like he just recently did something awesome, or?
Yeah, looking at him, he seems like pretty passionate about what he's doing. This is like next to hipster dude bruh, this is my art type, like, concern or interest in this subject. Like, my reel's is gonna just, judging from what he's seen already with the mace and the things that Career walked away with yesterday and what he's being commissioned to make now, that's gonna feel like a pretty truthful statement that, you know, this guy is trying to push the limits of, like, what forging is capable of.
Yeah, I was more inciting that, like, when he said that, did he sound like he was, like, referring to, like, we've already made something amazing, or, like, that he's aspiring, like, and he's trying to figure out if these are the people that would have crafted that thing that we're looking for.
He certainly would have wanted to.
Yeah, you'd get that these guys would probably be into some experimental techniques, but if anything, they don't look nefarious at all, just really passionate about what they're doing. Yeah, like, bruh, let me tell you about my free-range kale water. Like, it's gonna be the next thing.
Yeah. Like, if they made it because somebody was like, I got you some Valpyr to make a dope weapon with, and they would have creamed themselves. And done it for the challenge.
Yeah, okay, so they're like, yeah, very, I got it.
Like, that's not even like an insight. You got that vibe hardcore if you was in that tent the other day.
I was there the other day. It was just a matter of, like, the way he said that. And it kind of.
Oh yeah, if it was like,
or change the world and do what's never been done before. Like, I wonder if he was like slipping up, like hinting that he had just crafted this amazing thing.
They actually made Jurassic Park instead.
I was trying to make a sword, but there's this giant two-legged lizard with feet.
I know it's a dinosaur.
Your smiths were so concerned with if they could, they never stopped to consider if they should.
The fuck is that?
It's the Jurassic Park music.
Oh my god, it sounds horrible over the mic.
Yeah, that's because I was recreating it with my mouth. You're welcome.
It was majestic.
I feel like we're better for I feel like we're better for it. But was there any other information you guys wanted to talk with him about? You guys did have another reason you came here.
I had another reason I wanted to come here. So I'll reach into my pocket and pull out my my brass knucks. I'll like put them on there just for like to display them to him. Mm-hmm. And be like, I need something similar to these, but magical, if that makes sense.
He's gonna look at you with like a very dry look of, and he's just gonna say, it's not just making something magical. It's infusing it. It's a craft from start to finish. It's care in every step of the process.
I understand. I just needed you to understand what I wanted.
Yeah, and he's gonna gesture for the knuckle.
I'll hand it to it. Both of them, or just one?
Just the one you pulled out.
I'll hand it to him.
He's gonna inspect it and say, would you need this on the same time frame as your friend?
More or less.
And he's just gonna turn it over a few times and say, it's intricate, we wouldn't all be able to work on it at the same time like we would a shield or a greatsword. But it is something I'm capable of.
When I nudge Roman and I'm like, tell him to put spikes on it.
Hey, I know it's intricate. Could you make it more intricate?
Yeah, I changed the damage from bashing to piercing. There we go.
I mean, so you can do it.
He nods and says, "There's little we can't do." I mean, he's gonna pick up the mace that seems to frost the air that it moves through, and he's gonna say, "Look, I mean, look at this. Look at it."
Oh, I mean, that's why. It's like I'll point at it and be like, "That's why I came to you for this."
I mean, it's already cold, and just being around that thing, it already feels a lot cold.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, what type of time frame would you be looking for on this?
How about you tell me how fast you can get it done?
He's gonna fold his arms and say, well, working on something like this, once again, you know, it's intricate, has to be well crafted and infused, probably a month.
A month.
He's going to
avoid getting in trouble for a month.
Yeah, he's gonna just lean forward though and say, I have a contact who's in town though, who's capable of some things. I've been dying to get with her to perhaps try forging in a new manner. If you've got the gold, I might be able to do it in a day.
Friend sounds like quite the craftsman.
And he's gonna lean in like real close and say this to Roman. It would be a DC 14 to hear him for anybody else. Because I imagine like Roman's just kind of leading the party over here, and he'd be like the closest to the guy.
I mean, I imagine he's leaning into like my ear. So
yeah.
Should have used my passive. My passive is 14.
Yeah, my roll, like at that moment, like as he leans in, just kind of my roll leans forward and squints, but squinting doesn't make him hear better. So
damn it. Cursed.
What would
Old
he
intelligence.
14.
I have no idea how to get that rolling.
Perception's going to be an ability check. If you open up your character sheet, it should be just under halfway.
Perception.
Yeah, down
Okay,
the sheet.
I see.
Does Roman respond to that at all?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear because then I had.
He says he has a friend in town.
Oh.
And she's capable of a experimental method he's been dying to try. If Roman has the gold, he might be able to do it in a day.
I mean, it's worth a look if you can point me in the right direction.
He's gonna say she's an adventurer, travels around a lot. I believe right now she's actually staying in not the Tired Dagger, because that is someplace completely different.
Heads to notes. Check out.
I know, right? In the city proper. Oh, the Tired Dagger is in the city proper. No, that's in Maiden's Watch, my bad. We're gonna roll up a new tavern for her.
Yay!
Yeah,
Every time we
he's...
do something, roll a new tavern.
He's going to snap a few times and then say the silver dagger. That's it. And says I've shared a drink with her a few nights, or a couple times in the past week when I've gotten done at the forge.
What's her name, so I know who I'm looking for?
He's gonna say, hey, are you trying to rob me of my fame? If I'm doing the work, I'm doing the work. And my name's going on the finished product. And he's gonna say, besides, she's just a magical hoo-ha. She doesn't know anything about forging without my guidance.
I mean, if I need, I wouldn't dare try to steal work from you, my friend. But you are the one recommending this woman for my needs.
And to be fair, you said it would take you a month, and it would take her help a day. That seems like a pretty significant change on her part.
He's going to, he's gonna, wave his hands in front of you, like, no. You're misunderstanding me. I have a method that I would need her, and he's gonna say spells for, and she would be assisting me in crafting the dagger. Or, I'm sorry, the knuckle.
I see.
But if you're gonna go to her and try and cut me out of the process, good luck. She's never wielded a hammer a day in her life.
I simply misunderstood, my friend. So would you get in contact with her and see what you can do?
He's gonna nod and say, of course, you know, something like this, burning through all of those materials at once and trying to speed the process like that could be explosive and dangerous. I would have to be compensated for the risk.
So what's the price if I wait a month? What's the price if we do it the experimental way?
He's gonna say a month, 400 gold. The experimental way, and he's just gonna kind of chew it around in his mouth for a moment and then say, I'd say probably 800 in payment of your choice, rubies or gold.
Would you take both?
He doesn't seem to like that idea. He's gonna say, look, if I don't want to hold on to any small amount of rubies, if I get rubies, I want to spend them all while I have them. He's gonna say, I don't plan on staying in the capital past much longer past the wake.
See, that's the problem, is I have enough, just not in one currency.
I lean in really close to him and I'm like, how much gold?
How much gold do I have?
Yeah.
630.
I don't think I can get him to come down that much.
Oof.
So it's just Tristan, Urkus. Well, yeah, I guess if everybody's up here, just Psycho would be here too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, doing it the experimental way doesn't just help us. means that entire month that you would have been working on this project can be spent on other enterprises which will earn you more money. So, I mean, surely that should warrant some sort of a discount.
He's gonna say, but if I blow my hands off in the process, what good am I?
You said you were the best. Surely you wouldn't do something like that.
And he's gonna just say, well, there's a reason why people don't craft like this.
So 800, and it's dangerous enough to double the price.
He's gonna nod and say, I feel so.
So will we get this done tonight, or when would I have to meet you up?
He's gonna say, well, if she's untapped and she hasn't been exerting herself, could likely have it done tomorrow.
Well, I can give you 400 now, and then 400 after we're done.
Describe to me what Roman's wearing right now. Is he a member of the Merchants of the Ruby? I don't think he is. Okay.
No.
Yeah, describe to me what he's wearing right now.
I believe I'm in my fine clothes, because I
Okay.
never bought plain clothes.
I think isn't he probably in the clothes that we were supplied with, the silver and crimson shit? Yeah.
Is
They never bought.
that all he's got on his person?
Well, because the main thing was that I'm pretty sure my old clothes were, kind of torched after Kron tried to murder me twice with fire.
Oh yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of a bastard.
We should finish that dude off someday.
Yeah. He's going to he's gonna look over each of you. And then he's going to point to Jessica and say, alright, 400 and I want that. And he's gonna point to the necklace she's wearing.
What does the necklace look like? I don't think I've seen it before.
Yeah, I didn't know she was wearing a necklace.
It is a blue, small blue, crystal that is shaped like a feather. It is attached around her neck, with a series of beads and chains, on it. The way it's hung on her neck, it looks much like a trophy. Like you would if you were to put like a tooth of something you killed on a necklace, rather than a item that was, crafted like a diamond necklace would be. Jessica's gonna just like look side to side at everybody eyeballing her necklace, and she's gonna say, "No, I can say that.
You cannot.
Right?
You cannot have the prized possession of this poor child. That's the only thing of worth that she has, and you would take that from her? What kind of man are you?"
Before you say that, Jessica is actually in, I think, scale mail, or she's in some type of armor, but she is not poor. She is very well off.
He don't know that. He sees a girl in armor with an amulet. I got deception. I'll roll that shit instead if you want.
Yeah, you can.
Not too great.
He's gonna insight that, and he's gonna just kind of inspect Jessica for a moment, and it's like, she looks like one of those soul hearts. Isn't their new heir supposed to be some young child? Jessica's going to look to you guys, and she kind of has just like that. Her expression's breaking a little bit in the way of like, am I allowed to tell him?
I turn to her and I go, that is yours, and you don't have to give it up for someone else if you don't want to. The decision is yours.
And I wouldn't ask it of you.
She's gonna do what Jessica does. She's gonna roll a wisdom save whenever she has to make a choice.
I was muted. I was so she was looking at us and giving us that look like, she said, when you said, should I tell him, you mean like, should I tell him that I am that heir?
Yes. That.
Alright, I'm gonna subtly shake my head and no, don't tell him.
Hey, aren't you the heir? Erkus just starts shaking his head slowly.
No.
I don't know why her character sheet's not rolling, but let's see.
I don't think my role's known her long enough to know that she's the heir.
Yeah, nobody's mentioned it. You guys don't really talk about it. She's gonna...
Yeah, like...
Yeah. She's going to... breathe in, and then breathe out, and then say, will I get it back? The man's going to shrug and say, how much is it worth? I've never seen anything like it before. She's going to shrug and say, I don't know, I've just always kept it on me. He'll nod and say, well, I wouldn't keep it, but I guess it will serve as collateral. Jessica's going to look to Roman and say, I want to help. And she's going to take off the necklace and hand it to Roman.
I'll take it and I'll look at it for a second and go, well, if you're sure. Which I know, that's another choice.
Yeah, she's gonna look, she's gonna just look back to Tristan probably at this moment, and kind of that, am I sure?
Tristan will sort of lean forward and make a motion, sort of circular motion with his hand, like, go on.
She's...
Time for the kid to grow up, make her own choices.
Yeah, she's gonna nod and say, yes, I'm sure.
Then I'll nod, turn, and hand him the necklace, Rotero the necklace. And then I guess I need to fish out 400 gold out of my pockets.
Your coin pouch.
My coin.
Grab him by the ankles and shake him until it drops out. Sorry.
But yeah, so then I hand him that and then start laying out the gold, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna take it and he's going to start, just putting it into a pouch. And he's gonna say, you mind if I hold on to the knuckle until I finish the new one?
I have two. I just need...
Yeah, he's gonna say, the price was for one.
Ugh, of course it was. No, then you can keep it.
He is going to also put it aside with the gold. And he's going to say, well, if there's nothing else I can assist you with, we were on track to finish this for the wake tomorrow.
What did he do with the necklace?
He pocketed it.
And he's like in front of a massive crowd of people, there's no way.
Well, you guys are all in front of a crowd of people.
He's not, he's in front of us.
Yeah, he's in front of you
there's
guys. You guys are in a
whole
circle
crowd of people. Like if I go and try to steal that back for her, someone's gonna see it.
I mean, there are
not playing those odds.
There are peddlers all around you guys, and it's kind of it's it's that in-between shows area or time where they're setting up for the next thing they're about to do, so like you guys are in the middle of the crowd, but it's not like your center stage, you know.
Still, I don't think my role would roll those dice. He knows a bad bet when he sees one.
Alright, rip Jessica's trophy.
Guys are fucking horrible taking a trophy from a poor girl, and you know, you guys know her, that she wouldn't refuse you if you asked. You should never even... That's messed up.
I marked on Jessica's sheet for her inventory that the trophy is given away right now, so... Alright, so do you guys just kind of stay there and keep staring at Rotero?
I look around at them. Do you have any other business?
I am currently good.
I'll kind of like start heading back through the crowd then in that case.
Alright, he bids farewell to you guys and he goes back to polishing the mace. Which will be on sale tomorrow.
For like 10 million gold, I'm sure.
For money the players can't possibly have.
Well, who's a rich family in the area that we can rob?
The one we're living with?
Yeah.
Just rob our own house!
Rock. Jessica.
Tristan would never resort to robbery.
Yeah, no, I gotta stop doing that. I keep derailing us with jokes. I gotta slow that down. Sorry.
You're good.
So where do you guys want to head next? Once again, I can also tell you guys of all the open quests you have, because there are 10,000 of them.
Sure, why not?
How have we been so irresponsible with our quests?
The party gathers together and is trying to decide what to do, and they reminisce and remember all of these things that we're about to be told.
Things that I think would still be at the forefront of everybody's mind. Jessica wants to join the Silver Sigil. Nobody's really come up with a good solution for the Heart of Embers. There is, of course, the list of weapons that Brock has, of Earthfire weapons. You guys found out that some of them actually exist, and some of them are theories of what could exist. Brock did find some information on how to create one of them. You guys are... Seth is still in town. You guys can meet up with the assassins. When I was controlling Tristan, Tristan did hire Dove and Moa to escort his wife safely into town on the 34th.
And how much money did I pay for that?
It was a favor while you guys were there. Brock was talking to them about other things, and then Tristan went into silent council with Dove, who is not a bad guy.
Why don't I believe you?
Well, I mean, he's a mercenary, so if he might get paid to stab you, and he'll be like, sorry. But anyways, there is that Heart of Embers, the weapons. You guys have pretty much finished up everything with the Sage. The Sage led you guys to the Ocular Ataclon.
The bastard.
Yeah. Who his brother is in Dark Dealings, and he has a good friend who is a vampire. That's worth investigating. And then
It probably is worth investigating. I think.
There's Dagger Dude still, out roaming the countryside. And, Draylin Madison has had an agenda in town. You guys have helped him a little bit, but ever since him and Brock argued in the tavern, you guys have kind of stayed clear of him, and that was nearly a week ago.
Well, we don't have Brock.
Or no, I'm sorry, that was a half a week. No, that was a week ago. It was on the 25th. Yeah. You guys could go talk to Draylin, too.
I feel like this is more your guys' discussion, because a lot of that shit I wasn't present for.
I was like, I don't actually know Draylin that well, so...
Oh! And there is the, what happened to the Kalkin? You guys picked that up, and then you left it. And I think that's everything you've dabbled in that, you know, is unresolved. Jessica has dropped hints about stuff related to her. She suggested seeing her family, but, you know, that would also just be more stuff along Jessica's personal story.
Hmm.
10,000 things in front of you guys.
Yeah. So I imagine since we're doing this, like, we're imagining the party discussing on what they want to do, and these things are coming up.
Yeah.
So I would be becoming aware of a lot of these things that I wouldn't otherwise know about.
Yeah, and then I mean, you guys would probably be walking and talking about this. Not much of it except for what the Sage has done, and the Earthfire weapons would be the things that you guys would need to keep on the hush-hush. As you're just walking around and talking, but, you know, nobody else would be paying you huge amounts of attention.
Well, I mean... mentioned a group of assassins, and my real would be intrigued about that. Would he even know that already? Like, considering that's basically what he is?
Wait, what group of assassins did I mention?
You said something about you could go talk to the assassins, or did I mishear you?
Oh, yeah. No, there is a group of, by assassins, I meant mercenaries. They do take assassinations because they're really good at their job, just very seldomly.
Okay, they're not. I thought, I'm picturing, like, you know, meeting in dark alleys. Like, I want this guy to. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. These are, and as the, I guess, would you guys share with them that these are the guys who are responsible for Brock and Career getting married? I feel like that would
come up. Do I know that?
Yes, it was Dove and Alnick, who Roman has not met Alnick, but he met Dove and Moa. It was Dove and Alnick who kidnapped Brock for Career. And gave him the sign or die option.
During Career's crazy face.
It's like all of these things that we could do. It's like we need more information because it's like, where do we start?
Yeah, and these, you guys have completed some storylines. It's that these are the ones you picked up that, you know, you didn't have time to complete. So
can we just like make some posters, nail them up around town, looking for work?
Looking for work? We have a ton of open jobs already. Let's go get some more.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like just because of who my rule is, he would leave it up to the people who actually like initiated these dealings. He wouldn't feel right, like saying like, "Hey, let's go do this," and like having just heard about it for the first time. That means the rest of you guys should start talking amongst yourselves.
Well, I don't think we should go see the Ocular. That guy doesn't like me, and he knows I want his brother dead, and his brother is dead.
That's probably a good thing to avoid. Also, has anyone heard? Like, the house was on fire, and people saw people leave. Has there been, like, rumors or something been going on?
Oh, that's right. We could be wanted. Are we wanted?
Well, we no, remember, because, well, you guys left. I know me and Roman went out the back and slipped out with the people fleeing their homes.
We'll sell you out.
You assholes.
First thing that'll come out of Urkus's mouth. Roman Drake. His name's Roman Drake. He set the fire.
We didn't start the fire.
I heard him threaten him earlier than that night. He said he was going to go to his house and kill him.
Tons of witnesses.
Can we, like, kind of, like, be walking in that direction just to kind of, like, not go, like, up to the house, but just kind of walk past it and see how bad the damage is and stuff?
Currently a hive of
if you guys want to like just enjoy the festivities of town, like walking towards the city proper would, you know, be putting you in that direction. And as you guys are walking, one of the things you're going to notice as you get closer to the heart of the city, the treats that people are selling are going to get very and as the day goes on, more people are going to start bringing out these barrels just out on the side of road, and they're going to be attached to poles, and they're going to just kind of rotate over and over and over again. And these vendors are going to be yelling at you guys. What is this stuff called? Oh, we've got your cinnamon frost butter. Get your cinnamon frost butter here. It's us.
What?
Butter?
Cinnamon Frost Brother. So,
Butter.
I'm just gonna say right now, that sounds disgusting. But I'm also intrigued.
Do you believe there's still sand in this chute?
Yeah, and it is a very common festival delight. If you stop at any one of these guys, there are going to be some enthusiastic ones churning. And I'm going to roll you guys a check. Yeah.
Enthusiastically churning.
Yeah.
I was laughing at.
Churns harder.
Yeah, as you guys are walking down, just like the
Churning
main
intensifies.
thoroughfare, like this is one of the things that's great about the winter, because you got to think about the world you're in. Like, freezers aren't really a thing. So, like, the cold weather outside is something it's a rare thing you can cook in. And stopping by any one of these guys, you're gonna see inside these barrels as they tumble. The butter inside is becoming like a thick ice cream. Just from like the weather and everything going on right now.
I feel like there'd be like... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And there's going to be a whole line of these guys, like just everybody adding their own little taste to it. But far down this line, you're going to see one person just kind of sitting next to their cart, and they just look like unenthused at all, like as all get out. And they have like their hand or their head rested on their hand, and every few seconds you're going to see them chant a word and spin their fingers, and their barrel's going to be turning all by itself.
He looks
This
like
guy.
he's enjoying himself.
This guy is the hero we deserve.
I would go up to that guy and be like, oh, why so glum?
It's actually going to be a female, and they're going to just...
Good thing Brock's not here.
Yeah, they're just going to exhale and
Sure,
say,
your butter, baby.
you want some frost butter? It's made with love.
Insight.
It's made with love from the Love Glove.
Yeah, I mean,
zero love went into that.
on a DC 8, you're gonna be able to tell it was made with apathy.
I mean, I'm gonna incite that purely because I said it. I'm sticking to it. Hell the fuck yeah.
You should have gotten a nat one.
It was made with love.
Yeah, and she's just gonna say, "Do you want to buy some or not?" Guaranteed to satisfy your senses if you're into that.
Well, you don't seem so very enthused. Again, why so glum?
She's going to look over at all the people like selling this stuff and say, "This is what people want to eat now, right? Just buy some. Come on."
All right, I'll buy some. How much? For like a single person serving type deal.
She's going to like raise her neck a little bit and like look over at one of the other nearby food vendors and just watch.
She does what?
You know that look, like how somebody's looking over somebody, like their chin goes up, their head goes back as they're kind of like intently examining something else.
No, Britton, can't say that I do.
All right, JD. I don't know how to better describe it to you. Try and look over your computer screen right now, without moving from where you're at. Just that look, how your neck gets tense. Anyways, she's gonna be studying one of the vendors next to her, and after watching him complete a transaction, she's gonna count and say, 6 copper.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Do I have
You're selling this stuff, not sure that people want to eat it. You don't even know how much it costs. What's the deal here? Come on, get real. What's the deal? What's going on here? I wasn't born yesterday. What's going on here?
She's just gonna say, "Look, I need money for the wake tomorrow. People like this stuff. Whatever."
So you're going to the wake?
Yeah, you're gonna see her barrel stop spinning, and she's gonna look and stop for a second, look inside of it, and you're gonna just hear like a sloshy mess in there where before
like
you were
horrible,
seeing
isn't it?
like a smooth cream. She's gonna stop and cast a ray of frost on it into the barrel. And then she's gonna just exhale. It's like, "Look, it's cold, it's buttery, you're gonna love it."
Alright, how much did she say it was gonna be?
6 copper.
6 copper.
Alright, I'll take a serving. Yeah, let's see here.
I, for some reason, have no copper.
I don't pay for shit till it's in my hand, by the way, so.
So she's gonna put a ladle into the mixture and just scoop out what is half ice and just like half liquid and say, and she's gonna just look over. Other people are eating this on a stick, and she's just gonna kind of pour it into Myrul's hands.
No.
And say,
Okay.
You know what? I don't have a stick to give you, so 5 copper will do.
I turn to Jessica and I like push it into her hands. I say enjoy. And I take out and I give her 10 gold and I say have fun at the festivities.
She's like looks at the gold and she just literally says thanks and walks away, leaving the barrel.
Hey,
and
come
everything.
on!
I feel like.
Can I go after her and be like, hey, come on, at least don't I deserve a little bit of
she's gonna
information?
She's gonna like look back and say, yeah, you can have all of that. Like, I was just trying to make enough money for inn.
All right, well, have fun. Oh my god.
You're
all of frozen.
Yeah, it's
So, with my 6th strength, I drag the barrel over to Jessica and I say, "Eat up, girl, eat up."
yeah, Jessica still looks a little shocked, like trying to keep together this ball of melting ice in her hand. And,
It's finger food. Just eat it. It's good.
yeah, and she's gonna like timidly peck at it a few times before it mostly melts away in her hand, and she's just gonna try and eat the rest quickly.
She's got a whole barrel. Let's hope she
Oh my god.
Enjoying the festivities.
I was like, what are we gonna do with this barrel?
Yeah, Jessica's gonna just like look into the barrel and say, I really don't think I should.
it's a festival. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, she's gonna just like look back and forth at the party and then dip the ladle in and pull out another handful. She doesn't
Like a
seem to
child's
be enjoying it.
Oh, come on. I gave her a child's dream. It's a whole barrel of ice cream.
Yeah.
Who's gonna carry the barrel?
No, it's frozen butter.
I know.
Does it even have cinnamon in it?
You know what?
Oh no!
I didn't think about that. Let me roll a percentage die on that on if she remembered that ingredient. Above
Did you just
25,
get
she
Jessica
did.
butter.
35, there is cinnamon in it.
Alright.
Well, at this point, I'm going to take off after the direction that I saw her leaving in and try to follow her.
I'm just...
Well, there he goes.
And I don't want her to know I'm following her.
I think he's trying to be like Brock.
I was gonna say, it's like, didn't
No.
he leave the skirt chaser at the manor?
No, it's for completely different reasons. Like, she looks interesting. Like, why is she selling this stuff? Like, and she
Because
clearly,
she's
like,
got to live life, man.
She
Yeah.
has a place to stay.
he's got questions that need answers. All right.
How
I'm
far?
gonna-
How far are you gonna follow her? Because that's pretty important.
You know,
Well, she said she's going to a tavern, so like, if she's like going past, taverns and places to sleep, then I know she lied, and I would be more inclined to follow her further.
might as well roll her appearance score.
She has one.
Not a factor right now.
And does the rest of the party do anything, or you guys just wait for my roll to get back, or you keep debating about what you're gonna do?
Okay, I have two important questions. One, do we leave him? Two, what do we do with this barrel?
I feel like when Myro left, he'd like clap like Roman on the shoulder and be like, "Don't wait up," and then leave.
Alright, so I'll just look at Josiah and say, do you even want the rest of this? Because we can just leave it out.
We can throw it out. It's not a big...
Yeah, she's just gonna shake her head and say, I think this is fine. I would have liked some that was more creamy.
Not ice chunks filled with slop.
Let's get you some actual food.
Alright, yeah, there are vendors literally everywhere. Following this woman, you're gonna follow her for not very far into the city proper, before she turns down a road towards Arigard. And she's gonna stop on this road for a minute, and then she's gonna turn around. With the path she's taking, she's coming back towards where Myrule was. Is Myrule going to keep trying to follow her? Is gonna like hide, or what's going on?
Wait, so she's coming back towards him now?
Yeah, she was like you were.
What's on the street around me? Like are there like peddlers and merchants and shit?
This street is less populated as you get more towards Arigard. It's the more religious part of town. There are some carriages for clergy going up and down the thoroughfare. However, the path she was taking would have led her directly through this main part of town, which leads to the Chantry of Discipline and the Chantry of Concordance.
Alright, well I would just attempt to blend in with like if there's a people around walking, just kind of casual until so she doesn't notice me.
Yeah, she doesn't notice you as she walks back by. And she turns to go down another street, avoiding, or rather circumventing the large part of town that is Arigard. You probably follow her for about 15 minutes before she finally stops at a inn. It is named the Crimson Lover. She inspects it.
It's a great name.
Yeah. She inspects it pretty thoroughly, standing outside, looking it up and down several times before finally deciding to walk inside.
Okay, I'll wait like maybe 5 minutes before going in myself.
Okay. It's only probably about maybe 2 minutes of her standing outside here, just looking it over, watching who's passing by, and then her walking to the door. And as she gets to the door, she's gonna open it up and just like pale for a minute as she's looking inside, and then she's just gonna close it and start walking away.
Oh, well then shit. Alright, I'm gonna...
do you keep following her?
You know what? At this point, I'm gonna actually go up to her.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna be like, are you having trouble finding a place to stay? New in town?
We do have extra bedrooms.
Yeah, she's gonna like look at you and is like, wait, you gave me... Have you been following me?
I just wanted to make sure you got, to a place safely with, the new strangers in town.
As you say that, you're going to be interrupted. The door of the Crimson Lover is going to open up, and 3 men in red and white robes are going to come out and say, "Hey, hey!" And she's going to roll her eyes and say, "This again. Well, I'm glad you're here." And she's going to gesture to Myrule, and Myrule's half-elf, right?
Yes.
She's going to, like, as the men come running out at her, she's just going to gesture to Myrule and say, "Look, he's half-elf. He's worse than me." They're gonna, like, look over Myrule, and Myrule's gonna instantly know, like, these men are part of the Heart of Embers. And they're gonna just, like, kind of nod at the woman, and she's just gonna like look very like relieved at this, and they're just gonna kind of circle around Myrule and say, "What are you doing here? This isn't your part of town."
Okay, that was a lot of shit that happened.
Mm-hmm.
As she does that, I kind of give her this look like, really? And then I'll kind of like say to her, "You help me out of this, and there'll be more gold in it for you." Before they start circling.
Yeah, she's gonna say, "I've already been robbed twice. Good luck." And she's gonna have to leave.
Well, I'm gonna fucking follow her. Fuck that. I
Okay.
ain't fighting nobody.
You guys start running.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I'm gonna roll these guys a wisdom check. One of them is going to reach for my roll.
Oh, fuck that, dude. Acrobatics, I'm out of there.
Alright, he's rolling a grapple attempt. Give me an opposed acrobatics check.
Oh, fuck my life.
Believe it or not, his 9's gonna beat your 8.
Oh my god. Fucking
Classic.
dickhead.
Yeah, he's gonna grab my roll as you and the lady turn to run. And they're gonna pin him down and say, now I have to look up my document of elf slurs.
As he's being dragged down, he's gonna be like, "Really? I was charitable to you, and you're gonna leave me to die?"
not die, just get mugged.
Oh,
Also,
this guy's-
that sucks that you don't have your cleric, ranger, and fighter monk friends to help you.
He's gonna say, "Where you going, Reener?"
God,
away
that
from
sounds
you.
like a slur.
He's gonna look back at his friends and like, neither of you have a torch. Someone go get one. The other guy's going to run. The other guy's gonna run back into the inn.
Let me know when I get another escape check.
You have a chance now.
All right, I imagine is it? I can't
Yeah.
acrobatics it because I'm already grabbed right now. It's athletics, or can I try and
think
like
always
twist my
an
way out?
I think you have the chance. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can try another acrobatics to twist,
Alright,
contort your way out.
fucking-
Oh man, that's
Killed
really
it.
gonna beat him. And as this is happening too, a patrol of guards is gonna be moving in this direction too, that they seem to have noticed. And as they look up, like, and he's pinning down Myrule, like his grip's like he's not gonna be focused on it, and Myrule's gonna slip out of his grip.
I want to kick him in the nuts and then tear off after the girl in a dash action because I can do that as a bonus.
Okay, roll me an attack.
This would just be an athletics because I don't know how to roll nut shot. So
No, it would be an unarmed attack with your foot.
Okay, well then how do I roll that? It's just
Just
what-
D20 plus your strength. Or, you know, if you're
Alright.
trying to...
Oh, it's the same modifier as my athletics, so can I just use the 12?
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's not wearing armor and he ain't trying to dodge nothing. Or rather, you know, he's not expecting a nut shot. He takes 1 point of sickening damage.
Boy, those things have to redescend later, and I tear off after the girl.
Alright. Yeah, she got off a little bit ahead of you. So, it might be a second before you catch up to her.
I would like to note the rogue double dodge feature, so I get 90 a round.
I think the dash is just the dash lets you move double your movement.
The dash adds your movement to your movement, and this has actually come up several times on forums. And it
Oh,
has been
okay, cool. I didn't know it
clarified
added it. I thought it just you could move double
that
your. Okay.
because I can dash as a bonus as well. I can take the dash action as my action, and then as my bonus. Obviously, I can't do that till the next round because I used my action to escape. So,
All right,
I should be able
Naruto.
to catch up pretty quick. Yeah, dude, rogues, man.
She is a caster too, so she's not gonna be like super dexterity or super like expedient getting out of there.
Super
And-
dexterous.
Yeah. You're gonna catch back up to her when she gets to the main thoroughfare, and she's just gonna stop for a moment and just be huffing and the from trudging through the snow and non-stop running, and say,
Kind of.
"Whew, good job! I knew you could get out of it."
Yeah. I think I at least earned your name, don't you think?
She's gonna say, Iscariel?
Iscariel? Alright, let me get my notes out real quick. People... Come on. Is that like how I think it is? Iskarrael?
Isykarael. And she's gonna say, I expected the capital to be a little bit friendlier than it is.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, especially when, you know, R-types, and he kind of like gestures to his ears. What does she look like, by the way, if she's not human?
She looks human. She's extremely pale.
This is, well...
It's the middle of winter. She couldn't tan.
Yeah, fine. So... Well, glad we made it out of there okay. I don't know, honestly, I just wanted to know your story, to be honest with you, because it seemed so out of place for you to be selling that cream shit that they're peddling all over town. It just seemed like someone with your abilities and stuff, clearly magical aptitude, shouldn't have to be begging on the street.
She's gonna huff and say, well, for the 10 gold, I suppose I owe you that. I'm from Galkin. I was born in Heimsdale. Lower class citizen. But I've always wanted to, well, I've been an adventurer for a while, and I always wanted to meet the fire goddess. Figured this wake was probably the best time to do so. Heard she was headed back to the city. But kind of hard to find a place to stay in Arigard without getting mugged by... and she's gonna turn back and yell those... dingbat zealots! This is probably the best way I can come up with right now.
Well, I understand that problem.
Or we'll go with Orion zealots. There we go.
So if it's not too personal me asking, why were they hassling you? You don't appear to be elven.
She doesn't look elven to you, but she looks very clearly foreign. And she's gonna gesture to like her paleness and say, Milsarai. I've got orc in my blood somewhere far back.
I see. Well, I guess I can extend charity a bit further. If you wish, you can stay with me and my friends. We won't give you any trouble. We're not gonna, ask anything of you. Just make sure you'd be safe there. We're actually staying at the Nakeheart Manor. Be a step up from what you're used to, I imagine.
She's going to shake her head and say, I didn't travel halfway across the world to be so close and give up on my goal. I have to stay in Arigard. I want to see when Soyes's procession comes through.
Alright, well, it's fair enough, but just know that if you need a safe place to sleep, just let them know that you know me, and hopefully they'll let you in. Honestly, don't know. I'm kind of new to it myself. But honestly, I was just hoping that you have a safe place to sleep, because trust me, I know what it's like to not have a safe place to sleep. And by the way, my name's Myrule. You didn't ask.
Yeah, she's going to nod and say, oh, don't worry, Lady Nakeheart is on my list of people to meet, so I will be there.
Alright, well, I look forward to seeing you then.
Just gonna count on her fingers and say, gods take precedent over nobility.
So, well, enjoy the festivities, and like I said, please do drop by. I mean, I'd love to hear more of your story and just, trying to make new friends, new town.
She's gonna nod and say, well, I'm off to find a better inn. And she's gonna walk in the opposite direction of where she was before.
Alright. Do you mind if I accompany you just to make sure you find a safe inn and that you don't get hassled again?
This might be an all-day process.
I don't got no time. I don't have nothing else to do right now.
All right. Yeah, you and her head to find a different place to stay in. What's the rest of the party up to now?
I believe buying just like a better frosted butter.
Yeah, but I mean
that was a gift. That was a gift. How dare you?
Yeah, that wouldn't take more than 5 or 6 minutes to do.
I guess we would continue what we were doing before. We were like walking through and see if pass by. What's this, Krun's house? Is that what we were doing before?
Ooh, Krun's house. Okay.
Is that what we were doing? That's what
I
I
think
thought
we were at
doing.
least sidestepping, but I feel like we were going somewhere else.
We were just talking about what we were gonna do, and then I had suggested just walking by the area to see what it's like, if it's like a lot of guards around or what have you. But I don't think we got there before that happened.
Yeah, we stopped and saw the pressed butter girl. And...
So yeah, at Krun's house, he's gonna be on the other side of the city proper, on the outer sphere of Aline. And it's gonna take you guys a good little walk getting there. But as you do, so Aline's built into town squares, and there are sets of 4 houses built together. You're gonna head to where Krun's house was, and of course, majority of it's burned down. Luckily, the whole complex didn't get burned down. Specifically, the part where Krun lives, like, you guys are going to be able to see, like, this tattered wreckage of the house. Like, most of the walls are still standing. However, there are parts of the roof, of course, is all caved in, and there are parts of the wall that, down to the floor level are broken away. The pieces of the adjacent houses are severely damaged. However, you can see, like, patched thatching and things on it to, make it livable for the time being. There is a memorial on Krun's stairs. You guys can see where there are dead frozen flowers and other goods that were left there.
Can we see if any of those goods are worth stealing?
Our rogue is missing?
Yeah, you can walk up to those. You do notice there are some holy charms there. As you guys are inspecting this pile of stuff, there's going to be a man bearing a basket of produce who's walking by, and he's going to click his tongue as you guys are stopped there, and he's going to say, "It's a shame. Man who lived at this house was found dead the other night. Zealots attacked and burned down his house."
Those damned Heart of Embers.
He's going to say, really, Heart of Embers are getting out of control. I wouldn't be surprised if the councilmen try and do something about them soon.
Wow, so they just attacked and burned his house down?
The man's gonna nod and say, yeah, the guy who lived here was the brother of the Ocular in charge of Galesong's chantry. They've had it in for the other chantries. Didn't surprise me. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, real shame.
And he's going to, he's just going to kind of move the basket to his waist and put his arm around it, and he's just gonna say, "So you guys live around here? Are you in town for the festival?"
We what would it be more north? Like where are we? Like where's the Nacart Manor from here?
It is in the south side of town. You guys are on the northeast side of town.
We actually live on the other end of town, but yeah, taking in the festivities.
He's going to say, yeah, it's exciting that the city comes to life for the Wake of Earth, but I've got to say, out of all the chantries, the monks of Valerear put in the least efforts for their celebrations. And he's going to snap and say, "Now you should come for the Wake of Water." Now that is something.
I would be very interested.
And
Check it out.
yeah, he's gonna just pick back up his basket and say, "Well, may the four light your path."
And to you as well.
And he's gonna keep walking. You guys are gonna see him walk to one of the nearby buildings attached, or that was attached to this house.
Well, we saw what we could here. Where do you guys want to go now?
Probably as far away as we can.
Well, so far, you guys do know nobody knows it was you.
Yeah, they believe it was the Zealots, and that's fine with me.
Probably the best way that could have turned out.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, now that they're going after like known people, supposedly, it means that the government's actually going to step in and do something. So, in a roundabout way,
unwittingly got the government. To care
I was
about
going to say,
terrorists.
in a roundabout way, we're also dealing with the Heart of Embers.
God, we're great. It's the most heroic breaking and entering anybody's ever done.
It was purely the target you guys picked and him deciding to burn down his house.
Yep. Obviously, if he used water,
I
they
guess
would
my
have blamed
question
me
would
as
be:
people.
does Kron make sense as a target for the Heart of Embers?
I mean, no one really knew what he was into. You guys
really knows what the Heart of Embers are truly motivated by.
Yeah.
I mean, they're into racial superiority and fire.
I mean, they're Nazis. I mean, honestly, you could probably kill like a beggar on the street, but if you lit him on fire, the Heart of Embers would get. I don't think the target matters; it's the fire that determines it.
You gotta cleanse them. Gotta cleanse them.
How about you guys just talk to him?
I mean, I'm totally down for a conversation, but I am also going to keep one hand in my pocket just in case shit goes south. Because of the knuckles. Just in case anybody was going to take that to a weird place. Rule.
Right, so
Say
now we
shit,
know-
but I was thinking it.
Right, so now we know what is being said about here. That's one thing checked off. And there's honestly nothing that I can think of we can do. Investigating the whole Calkin thing, like it's been a minute, and there's like what more we can investigate about that other than seeing if what's her face came back and saw all the dead people.
Oh yeah, you guys have a friend that runs that office, right?
Not runs it. We found her there, and she like let some people know, like if someone shows up to look, and
Oh, are we talking about Orin C? I thought we were talking about Makana.
you know, Makana. Well, I don't even know if she ever found out about that. I remember she was back in town raising hell about something, and I just decided to avoid that.
Because God forbid we let the harem get any bigger.
That too.
Which is well timed, as Jordan is up now.
That she wants to kill my
That
dad,
rolls
but, you
tonight.
know.
I'll begin my own harem to rival.
Start your own harem with blackjack and hookers.
And a couple hundred gold, and you could, you know, get one going bigger.
Yeah, but I don't think she classifies as a hooker. Money.
I don't know, and we've already got, at my rule, got his feelers out for Dagger Dude.
No, he
So
had the
that's-
feelers out for something else, right?
So
Feelers were out for the weapon that Tristan was all freaked out about, because
No,
he
Brock,
basically
yeah.
Brock. Yeah, sorry. He put the word out on one who are like the highest top of the line smiths that are in town, and if any shipments, legal or otherwise, of rare metals and materials that are uncommon had been brought into town. That's what the word was out for.
Oh, okay, so the stuff about Dagger Dude is still up in the air then.
Unfortunately, Dagger Dude didn't come up until after.
Well, yeah, until like now. Which I'm not going to. While I would love to satisfy that itch, so to speak, I would rather visit a tailor first, given my allegiances are kind of very loud right now.
Sure, I have nothing else better to do right now. My boss is at home with her husband.
what you're telling me is you guys want to go see Draylin?
Well, my thing is, it's hard for me to suggest Draylin, because it's like, I know Draylin as that guy that totally trolled Brock out of approximately 200 gold and the wrong slave. So,
I mean, he's a good dude.
I mean, I think he's an asshole.
The
last high-powered male asshole that we ran into, we burned his house down.
Yeah,
So-
but he gave Brock the male slave just so he wouldn't increase his harem.
So he's the hero that we deserve.
Hero that we deserve.
What do we need?
But, I mean, so it's like it's hard for me to suggest it, just because it's like I have no idea why he's important.
But would Draylin be
character.
involved in getting would that help at all in getting Roman more clothing or a tailor?
Yeah.
And I thought he was involved with wood lumber.
I thought Kron was a lumber guy.
No. Krun is a shipper, and Draylin sells lumber on the edge of the Alien Forest. He
Draylin is a lumber guy.
You guys had
happened to run into him while finding a tailor for Roman, and that happens.
Urkus had a personal story piece too, dealing with Draylin. I believe he was trying to investigate more about the taint that's kind of attached to his soul, and the creature that his father is, what exactly it is, and I believe, and this was a while ago, so it's just taking me a second to put it back in my memory, that Urkus had a conversation with Nudish Wriggleby, and he said that the Kalkin or Draylin would have more information on that for you. And then you went to see the Kalkin, and they were
dead. And then other stuff happened.
So,
I guess I have a reason to go. I have a reason to go visit Draylen.
Yeah, I'm just saying he is a NPC in y'all's storyline. I would not put him there for no reason. But was zoned out for a second. What was the final decision?
I don't think we've come to one yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't come to one yet. Is that what I was saying? Like I don't know. Like on the way, when we try to search for a tailor for Roman, we just so happened to pass Draylen Madison, and I'll remember. Oh yeah, I was looking into that thing about the taint in my soul, and he was a person of interest. And since everyone is either can't help or dead, he might be my only option.
Yeah, I mean,
if that happened, but I'm not sure. Like, where would I would even go to search for him directly? And we've been wandering around for a bit, so it might be getting towards the evening, I would assume, or at least midday.
that's a good point. What time of the day is it now?
Yeah.
It would be midday.
Yeah, I assume midday. We've been walking around for a bit.
I mean, do you know where to... So it's like, do you know... Like, would we know where to find Draylen?
He was staying in the... It was in Maiden's Watch. The Magnate's Falcon?
Another solid name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, because that's from the first page of my notes from the first set of sessions. I didn't label where it was, but I'm putting that on there now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the place he was staying at. And the group knows this because they delivered the journal to him twice. Once when they forgot they didn't have it, and then a second time to actually give it to him.
The first time when Brock's rival. I guess I can. I mean, if no one else wants to go with me, I'll go on my own there to see if he's still there, or probably not, or if they have any idea.
This is probably the best idea you guys have ever came up with.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
I mean, I'll go. It's like I'll go with. It's like I'll go with. It's like me getting a nice coat that I can get blood stained on. It's not a priority.
Jessica is going to speak up at this moment and say, "Wait, we're going to see Lord Madison?"
That's
Yes.
the idea.
The idea.
It's been so long since I've personally seen him. Was she? No, she wasn't at the bar with you guys.
Was she
No,
not?
She was not part of us, like a regular member when we saw him out. Maybe
She was at the party.
Yeah.
But what I was saying, the bar where you guys picked up Aaron, I don't think she was with you there. Because you guys were celebrating Career's wedding that night, and you had left her behind.
Yep.
And yeah, she's just gonna shiver and say, "Ugh, that guy gives me the chills."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you guys are able to head to the Magnate's Falcon, and you would find the shambles of his entourage.
Shambles, as in.
Do I hear shambles? Did we just like find the tail end of a gang fight gone wrong?
No. Another big way he makes money is he acquires very high-quality slaves and sells them out as sex workers and courtesans.
Yeah.
So normally he's rolling about 7 people deep. Here now attending to him is only 2.
Okay, so we see.
Yeah, you see his entourage. They're dressed in his colors. They're scantily clad in this room. Like, it's not hard to know that. Oh yeah, that's Lord Madison's people.
Good thing we don't have Brock here. He'd probably try to steal all the female slaves.
He tried.
Why he and Draylin aren't friends.
Yeah, this is necessary evil. I'll speak to one of them and ask him if Lord Madison is in.
I'm gonna roll you a percentage die for male or female, evens or odds. You're gonna be talking to a male courtesan, and when you ask that, he's going to say, "Yes, Lord Madison is preparing for the day's activities." Are the evening's activities.
Evening activities?
He's gonna nod and say, the Sarils were attacked, in town. A major assault happened on their keep, or the keep that they're staying at, and many of their servants died in the resulting fight. There's a memorial that many of the lords and councilmen are attending this evening.
Why don't we know them?
Because we're new hires.
Well, also, you guys didn't really ask, too. So.
Yeah.
I feel like Stuart the Steward would have told us.
It's like, oh.
By the way, peasants.
I'll say I see. I'll tell him my name is Irgus. I've met Lord Madison a couple of times, and I would wish to speak with him, but if he wants to wait till after the service, since there's a good chance I will be there, I can wait.
The man's just going to instead say, well, I mean, if you came all this way, I'll fetch him. It's easier to get him if he's not been sleeping. And he's gonna...
Don't we know that?
Yeah. He's gonna go downstairs.
Wait, is this same guy the one we got last time?
No, this is a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually did just roll a percentage check for that, for if that guy would be out or not. This one is not coming back with any scars.
Alright.
But
while he's gone, I'll tell Roman, it's like, the last time, well, almost the first time we met him, they had to wake him up. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah. Draylin is Draylin's going to this is a very, very, very nice inn that he's staying at. You do know he has a room upstairs, but this man distinctly heads to the back of the tavern and heads into the cellar before coming back upstairs a few moments later with Draylin tailing behind him.
That's new.
Yeah, Draylin is wearing a set of black and green fine quality robes. It's kind of like a tailored suit mixed with robes. And he's adjusting the collars and the arm lengths as he's as he's walking towards you, long black hair and all. And you're gonna see, just as he finally gets to you and he finishes snapping the collar, you're gonna see the edge of a tattoo on his chest.
Okay.
But as
just so I don't forget that.
yeah, as Draylin gets to you guys, he's gonna say, I see you've actually heeded my advice and listened for the first time and dropped the dead weight.
He's talking about Brock, right?
Yeah, he's talking about Brock. He's still part of our group. He's
He's gonna cut you off and say a mistake.
Well,
And that's neither here nor there, because at least we made the good decision to leave him at home.
And he's gonna nod and say, yes, I appreciate that. You are very wise in that choice. What brings you here?
Lord Madison, my name is Urkus, and I've been informed that you might be able to help me with a problem I have. I've recently been informed that I have been under the effects of a curse. And this may be related to my father, so to speak.
He's gonna say, spit it out, boy. Are you shattered?
Hold on, I can't remember what that meant.
The shattered is the name for the tieflings in this world. And Urkus would just know this from, living in this world. They are a race of people that, when exposed to magic, they bear demonic features. Urkus is not shattered.
Like, oh, no, I'm not shattered. I've just been told that I am under a curse, but I feel perfectly fine, no ill effects. I've just been told I've been cursed, and I don't like knowing that I'm cursed and not know what it would actually do to me.
He's gonna say, well, what magics did your father deal in? How am I the only one who can help you with this?
I was pointed in your direction by Nudist Wriggleby, and it's because my father is, in a sense, a wolf spirit.
He's like, when you mention Nudist Wriggleby, you're gonna kind of see him grind his teeth, and then when you say your father's a wolf spirit, he's gonna tilt his head and say, "Wait, come again?"
I can't. Oh my god, I'm forgetting everything now. I was like, I come from Forestfall, where there is a wolf spirit living there, who helped raise me, and I was informed by Ocular. I forgot his name.
Atticlin?
On Atticlin. Ocular Atticlin, that I am cursed, and there's a good chance it's related to my father.
Oh, there we go. Had to look up the history. He's gonna
touched on this.
Yeah, he's gonna say to you, Forestfall, on the edge of the alien forest.
That's right.
And he's gonna look you over and say, "You're pale for an little. You're pale for a little Nagian."
Living under the trees does that.
He's gonna nod and say, "I've had dealings with the spirit of that forest before. Nasty things. They're called the Bound." And he's gonna go on and say, try to avoid them when I can. It's mostly the job of the Dorai who tend to that forest to keep them cleansed. They're beings who, while in life, were touched by something at the heart of the forest. I myself have never been there, but something there seeps corruption, twists the very fabric of a person's being. And sometimes the wildlife, and he's gonna nod to you and say, your father gets twisted in the same way. However, they normally don't make it that far out of the forest before one of the Shadow Knights is able to put them down.
Shadow Knights?
He's gonna nod and say, the Brendorai, the ones who guard that forest, their job in life is to, their destiny of sorts is to hunt those creatures and specifically not let them leave the forest. And he's gonna say, how do you know this wolf is your father?
He raised me since I was a child. No, as long as I can remember, honestly.
And he told you he's your father?
As a child, I believed it, but as I grew up, came to question it. Obviously, I know now he's not.
He's gonna just like take that in for a moment and say every one of these I've ever dealt with has never been intelligent. There's only the witch who's retained any type of intelligence when she became bound. And he's gonna say if one of these creatures did reach that level of intelligence to where they can talk, I don't think anyone understands them as well as we claim we do.
Plot twist, Ericus was raised by a witch pretending to be a wolf.
Done.
I will allow Urkus to roll a history check on the witch, just because he would probably have heard stories from it in his village. Yeah, I was gonna say, on a 7, yeah, he's, I mean, to Urkus, it's the lady from Hansel and Gretel who eats bad children who go into the woods. You wouldn't know anything specifically about her other than, like, I've heard it before, the witch is like the devil. She's bad and she's there.
Yeah.
Draylen's gonna just like clap his hand on Urkus's shoulder and say, look, you said you feel fine and you've had this all your life and that bound has never did anything to try and hurt you. You seem fine.
Yeah,
And he's gonna say, what's a soul worth anyways?
What's a soul worth anyway? Well, since it doesn't seem to be having any ill effects on me, I guess we'll leave it at that. If I do experience anything odd, is it okay if I seek you out again?
Draylen's gonna nod and say, you may. And he's gonna look to Roman and say, you may. But that idiot of a noble you parade around with is not to come near me. Otherwise, I may have to have a session with him.
It sounded so
Sounds
intimidatingly sexy.
He may be into that.
This is called the Rack, and we'll have so much fun.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Lord Mattis.
Draylen's gonna stop you before you can like even think to walk away and say, and he's gonna gesture to your clothes and say, I saw you guys when you first came to that party. A bunch of upstarts now. You're working for the Sarils?
Yeah,
A manner of speaking.
Since they've
And that manner of speaking is yes.
yes, the answer is yes. Okay, so as I feel like my memory doesn't last more than 5 seconds. He's going to I don't want to say a party, but or a funeral, but it's in memory of the servants that died for the Surreals recently, right?
Yes. Or at least
Okay.
that's what you were told.
Right. Okay. It's like, all right. So I'll tell him, as you've heard about the Surreals, we've been hired by them to help increase security and prevent something like that from ever happening again.
He's gonna just nod and say, that Anna, it's a nice young girl. I knew her before she was twisted and warped by all of Lithalia's politics and schemes.
I think her wife is doing good for her.
Madison's going to gonna spit and just say she worships the Wills. Honestly, I don't understand what Lord Renalpaul was. He's actually not going to say that. He's going to say Walter was thinking when he made that arrangement. But our politicians will be politicians.
Quick question, side note. Did Brock ever tell him that he was Russell Renalpaul?
I don't think so.
Like, I can't remember because I was gonna say something, but like I didn't want to say anything if he like
Right, because that was the other thing. It's like gonna maybe conveniently leave out the fact that that's why we're there.
Yeah, he just goes there and sees Brock. Says, "You, what are you doing here? That's my sister." Oh,
What are you doing here? He's like, I live here.
yeah.
Is Urka saying anything in response to that?
All right. So last thing he says, he doesn't know what Walter was doing. Walter, I'm assuming. No, you said Lord Renalpaul, so Walter would have been Brock's dad.
Yeah, it's easy to put one and one together.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you knew Lord Renalpaul?
And he's gonna nod and say, yeah, he parades around all that holier than thou is grace and mercy and believing in the wills, but he's just another pretentious zealot.
To me, it's each their own, except for the dangerous kind, like the Heart of Embers.
Yeah, he's gonna nod and say they'll get there soon. But he's gonna kind of get real chummy with Urkus and throw his arm around Urkus as like they're standing right there, and he's gonna say, "So, Urkus, right?"
That's right.
And he's gonna say, I have an itch for knowledge. One that can seldom ever be sated. And he's gonna say, since you're employed with the Surreals now. You know, I gave you some knowledge today. I'd only see it's polite to return the favor.
As long as it won't endanger the Renopause. Not the Renopause. Oh, the Cyrules. Cyrules. I can see what I can do. Sorry,
yeah,
I was getting tongue-tied saying.
He's gonna say that keep they occupied there. Lethalia kept a extensive library before she moved. I have no doubt she left behind a vast number of those tomes. Let's say today, during the memorial, there would be so many lords in attendance, it probably wouldn't be much for you and I to slip out, and perhaps you gain me access to it.
We were only recently hired, but I'll see what I can do.
He's gonna pat Urkus on the chest, just open palm, pat to the chest, real hard, and say, "Good on you, Urkus, and don't worry about that soul taint. You'll be fine."
And I'll smile, nod,
aspirin in the
and
morning.
then smile, nod, and thank him, and be on my way.
I feel like "don't worry about the taint" is something this guy says a lot.
Yeah. So, who was? Just so I know, who was with me and all that? Because I know Roman was. Was it just Roman?
What, for this?
And, yeah, for that. For when, when we went to see him.
I feel like we would have brought JD and Jessica.
Okay.
Or Tristan and Jessica.
Okay, so once we're outside and good enough distance, I'll just tell him, okay, so we're gonna need to keep a really close eye on him.
He creeps me out.
Yeah, I'll help you get into the library. Don't let him into the library.
It's like I'm more than likely gonna try, but we've had issues with people like him, and don't trust the taint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. We'll definitely need my rule to help keep an eye on him.
Or you keep an eye on him while the one stealthy person goes and gets the books.
Jessica is going to say, well, he's never did anything to hinder us before.
He hasn't, but I don't know. I've just become suspicious of so many people recently.
Oh, snap. I have to roll stupid Jessica's chat. Okay. Yeah, at that, she's gonna say to that, have you considered, the Silver Sigil's offer at all anymore? Speaking of suspicions.
We haven't. But that's because their offer is with our last half-elf rogue.
She's gonna shrug and say, I'm sure we could track them down. They were keeping that Kelkin house safe.
True.
And she's gonna look at Urkus and say, what time's the memorial?
I didn't even hear about it until we went in there, so I have no idea.
Jessica's gonna nod, and she's just going to just look back forward, and you're gonna see her take that military stance that she used to walk with back as her mind becomes occupied on something else. to the entire party, you guys are gonna know that's the just like a sign of like, oh man, I have so much I want to say, but you know what? It's not my place, and just kind of go back into her stance of.
Okay, so I'll look at it and say, go ahead.
She rolled a 2 on that deception check, by the way. She's gonna say, if as many people were invited as that servant implied, my parents are gonna be there.
Oh.
I see.
They know you're with us, right?
She's gonna say, with the Bridge Hounds, I told them that I was breaking off to work for the Chantry of Concordance, which is our family's duty, and by law they had to permit me to do so. But she's gonna, just kind of inhale and exhale and say, they don't trust me to do anything. But I mean, I fought my way back from the Veil. Like, I should be allowed to adventure with who I want to.
Do you want to keep a low profile while we're there so they don't see you? Or do you want to confront them? We'll back you up either way you want to do it.
She's gonna just kind of look puzzled for a minute and say, I want to do my duty to my family, and I want to keep doing what we're doing. I feel like we're doing work that is going to pay off. I don't know if hiding from them's the best thing or if telling them is. And she's just gonna lament for a moment and say, orders are easy.
But making your own decisions are much more difficult.
She's gonna nod. And look very frustrated as she does.
Can we break Jessica by ordering her to make her own decisions?
I feel like the answer is yes.
And I'll look at Tristan and say, what do you think about this?
JD's dead.
Along with
JD
JD.
is thinking. After a moment of hesitation, Tristan will nod and say, choosing one's own path is not always the easiest answer, but in my experience, it has been the most satisfying one.
She's gonna look heavy in thought at the statement, and then she's gonna ask, what path do you think I should choose?
Damn, how I wish I was there right now. I have the perfect thing to tell her, too.
Does Tristan not answer her? JD?
Tristan spaced out in the last 10 minutes, and I gotta be honest with you, I wasn't entirely paying attention. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ramon.
I was gonna say, essentially, there's gonna be like a funeral for all the servants that died when the manor was attacked.
Oh, I'm very aware of it.
I bet you are. And,
full disclosure, I may or may not have had a hand in it.
That was another life. And Jessica's parents are going to be one of the many people there. And
one of the many people?
There are going to be many nobles there.
I got that.
Yeah, and they want to essentially keep a tight leash on her, and she wants to be free to adventure with whoever she wants. But she also, wants to follow her duty. And like they were okay with her hunting the bridge hounds. Now at this point, it's no longer that because we're not working for the Chantry.
I got you.
Yeah, and she doesn't really she wants to confront them, but I told her there's also the option of laying low. And so she can either confront them and we'll back her up, or she can lay low and continue to hide from them.
Yeah, and Tristan told her there's a lot of joy in making your own choice, and she said, "Oh, okay. What choice do you think I should make then?"
Right, in typical Jessica fashion.
That's
What else could we expect, right?
Make your own decision. What decision should I make? I just
yes.
Oof. Sounds of rumination.
I feel like Hearthstone is distracting him for some reason.
What? No, I am actually thinking about how best to answer this. Tristan hangs his head for a bit and then glances back at her and smiles a little bit warmly. He says, "If you like, you could hold to both oaths. I was actually thinking about heading to the ceremony myself, because, of course, a soldier's life is one that must be honored. So, in this way, we could attend the ceremony in question and keep your family off of your back, as it were, and then head off back to wherever the winds take us."
She's gonna nod and then turn to Urkus and say, "All right, I choose to do that. I'll go and I'll lay low." And very begrudgingly, she's gonna pull off the great sword that she has slung over her shoulder. She's been wearing it with a strap, and this thing is the size of Jessica. And she's gonna hand it towards Urkus and say, "I think you should probably carry this around for a little while until the keep is safe again. It kind of makes me stick out."
I don't know if I would be able to put it to much use, but
she's gonna shake her head and say, "It's not for using, it's a trophy."
Thinking back, Brandon, Did she ever actually use this sword?
No. She looted it off of one of the...
I remember that. Like, did she ever use it?
Yeah, she has never used it.
Alright, I'm just trying to remember, like, did she ever just run around swinging this sword? Or just have it on her? Like... Okay, well... I'll keep it with me, with my strength.
Do you want me to hold the large sword for you, Arcus?
With my 3 strength. or is it 11? It's 11, sorry, 11. 0? I don't know how to read this. My 0 strength.
Oh, well, if it's 11, you have a strength score of 11. If you Google search D&D push carry drag 5e, it'll show you a table of like your maximum weight you can carry with 11 strength. I don't know it off the top of my head, but actually your character sheet might factor it in too. So
pushing.
You don't have to look it up now. It's just letting you know for the future. You're ever curious. Most of the time, you guys are pretty good at carrying stuff or dragging it. If there's ever a point where you guys get too much loot, I will specifically ask you how you decide to tote it around. But i.e., you have the harem, so there are generally enough of you guys to move stuff.
Your encumbrance weight is your strength score times 15. I would just like to point out that 90.
Strength score times 15?
In pounds.
15 pounds for every 1 point in your strength score. So if it's 11, 11 times 15 is your maximum carrying capacity.
Which is 165.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take the greatsword and carry it.
Alright, it weighs... Oh, it only weighs 6 pounds, that's not bad.
Oh, okay. Thank
I was really waiting for it when it's 600 pounds.
I was thinking this would be like some Guts Berserk giant more slab of metal than sword type of
I want to say it's just a slightly above average sword for a person that isn't, 12 and like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, carrying it probably not a problem. Actually get effective battle, another story.
Yeah. And you also got to think about swinging around something that's 6 pounds. Like, that's if you ever pick up like one of those weights, imagine like swinging one of those handheld weights. It's got a little heft to it.
Well, the handheld weight plus the length of it, which has even more center of gravity.
The weight would be balanced, whereas the sword would be very not balanced.
Yeah. Gotta use momentum. Alright, so I've added it to my equipment pack.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I still have a staff. I need to get rid of that.
Yeah. I've been keeping up with it as Terai trophy greatsword.
Okay. I was just calling it Jessica's greatsword trophy.
Okay, that works too. Jessica has lost 2 of her trophies today.
Making us feel bad.
Deserves more ice cream is what she deserves.
Well, she should get one. She should get one back the next day, right? Like he's just keeping it as collateral.
Yeah.
Provided the payment is good and that he doesn't shirk on the second payment.
Might have to,
Borrow some money.
break his livelihood if he doesn't.
It's like, oh, you might lose your arms, well, you definitely will get that back.
Like, don't get that necklace back, dog. You gonna wish it blown up your hands.
Alright, so, you guys did pretty much a whole bunch. We're gonna jump over to my role. Before we do, is the party going to head back to the manor? Or... Yeah,
I think it might be best to head back to the manor and prepare, and once everyone's grouped up together, let them know about Drayla Madison and also keep Brock away from him. And yeah, it might be a good idea to let the side rules know to not put Brock and Raylan Madison even remotely close to each other.
Like, that's gonna be a fight.
What? They're like the best of friends.
Well, yeah, for that, like, 30 minutes once we got Sean.
Oh yeah, true. I did forget about that. Yeah, that's probably all he'll do, is just charm Brock and it's like, hey, you want to let me into the library? Dude, why aren't we letting Draylin in the library? Let's let him in.
Draylen's like the best dude.
He's the
Tristan
best guy. He gave
gestures with an upturned palm. Personally, I don't see why we should keep Brock away from Draylin. I think they could get along well if they could only, I don't know, work out their differences together in possibly a violent manner.
another
Solve-
time.
In a cage.
Solve everyone's problems with just the battle royale duke it out between their harems.
I mean, the only problem I have with that is, first of all, Brock's harem's totally better than Draylen's harem.
For now.
down.
For now.
Problem
Draylen-
is, I think Draylen makes up for the
But see, I was gonna say Brock's harem has Brock backing them up, whereas Draylen's harem has Draylin backing them up.
because we're not backing up, bro.
Oh no.
No, I'm selling popcorn,
doing
dude.
color
I'm selling,
commentary.
I'm selling tickets and concession stand shit. Everyone's gonna watch, man.
And we're not letting Jessica go into that fight, no.
Oh hell no.
Oh no, she doesn't count as the harem.
He's a precious child that must be protected.
Have to be of age to count as the harem.
I'm pretty sure Jessica has like the most hit points of the party. Precious child who needs to be protected.
Look at this poor child.
I fear the
Completely
day
ignoring that she's a
Jessica.
death machine.
Yeah, I was gonna say I fear the day Jessica has like a valid goal of her own and just is on a path to accomplish it because no one's gonna stand in her way.
Jessica's
her up.
actually functioning suboptimally, just as part of like her storyline. So it will be a scary day when that happens.
We haven't seen her final form.
She hasn't gone Super Saiyan 2 yet.
Still ugly Grandma Frieza.
Anyway.
Yeah, so you guys head back to the mansion?
Yeah, let's
Alright,
get
we're
everyone
gonna
in and then-
jump over to my role. You follow around Escarol. Let me make sure I said her name right. Yeah, Escarol, to, 2 more locations. She goes to one location. She checks it out. Walks inside. There are no zealots here. Before she finally decides that this inn is too far away from the Chantry of Discipline. And she heads to another tavern called the Lusty Wrench. It is. I'm sorry, Lusty Winch. It is.
I was about to say Lusty Wrench.
I was about to say,
Bob
we're
the
back to
Builder.
that.
odd choice, man, but whatever.
The Lusty Wrench. It's the place where
Whatever
guys with
floats
ED
your
go,
boat.
dude. It's where the guys with ED go, because Bob the Builder, he can fix it.
As you guys get here,
You can leave now, you know.
the bartender actually throws out a Heart of Ember zealot, and Escarol decides, oh, this will do, and heads inside. If you accompany her inside, we'll just do this quickly. You witness her haggling with the bartender. He is. The rooms are full for the week. Before finally, he charges her an absorbent amount of 10 gold for a room, which she is able to pay.
You mean
Oh, whoa. How far away is the manor from the Chantry?
So the Arigard is in the center of the city, but it's on the northwest side of the center of the city, if that makes sense. Like if you're thinking about the city in circles. The keep that you guys are staying in is in the outer sphere. It's on the far south side.
So it's on the opposite side of town.
Yes. It's not on the opposite side of town because, you know, the Chantry's in the center. But it is a decent ways away. It's enough so that you can't really tell what's happening at the Chantry from...
Yeah, so that's why she doesn't want to stay there. Because if something happens at night, she wants to be able to run out.
Yeah.
I'm going to, like, seeing that, though, I'm going to walk up and... I cannot believe that during this time of joy in a festival, you would gouge this poor woman 10 gold for a simple room?
He's gonna say, I'm gonna have to kick out somebody else just to house her. Feel like that's a fair trade. She's gonna slap 10 gold onto the bar and say, I will find money to eat somehow else, or some other way.
Well, I'll look at her and say, well, if, tell me a bit more of your story, I'll buy you something to eat and a round of drinks.
She's gonna say, DM loading. No, I'm kidding.
DM loading. Buffering, please wait.
Let's see. She's from Galkin.
I just kind of figure like they'll sit down and talk over a meal type of a thing.
Yeah. If you guys sit down and talk, which I assume she's gonna ask specifically, are you gonna pay for the food first, regardless of the story?
Yeah. So I'll take like 3 gold and slap it on the table and be like, whatever she wants.
All right. If you guys, so when you guys sit down and talk. She's going to recount her travels. She is a follower of the Four Ascended, specifically on the Chantry of Discipline. And she is going to show you a journal she has that she's been recording her travels from Heimsdale up to the Clutch, which is a lawless region of Galkin, to Melina Cove, which is a research city on an island in Galkin. From the Cove to Ililnagai, and from Ililnagai she traveled the roads to Ardor.
So she was recently in Ililnagai.
Yes, very recently.
Did we ever work out a family name for my family?
Westervolt, I believe.
Westervolt, that was correct, yes. So, I'll ask her, in her travels in Ililnagai, did she ever run into anyone from that family or hear what's going on with that family?
I'm gonna roll her a history check, and
I'm imagining the death of their lord would be a significant event that people would know.
Oh,
Everybody's dead.
region-wise, and this is just knowledge my rule has. So if she came in, and just what she described to you, she would have came into a city in Ililnagai called Dockinsdale. It is a southern port city that literally sits in the center of the world. And she would have traveled the roads from Dockinsdale to the border of Ardor Sarai, to Hellenis, and from Hellenis to Ardor. And my rule, his family's land is on the river, on the northwest side of Ililnagai, bordering Alien. So regionally, she would have been really far away from hearing any news like that.
Okay, so she wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out how long I've got until the assassins show up. Alright, I mean, I guess he would be like, well, yeah, I'm actually, tell her a little bit about himself, that he's from a little guy, leaving out the unfortunate events. Probably
I
mentions
love my family, including my father and including my sister. They're
father,
awesome.
He was a drinker and a fiend, and one night he went off crazier than usual. No, yeah. So he'd probably be like, "Well, sounds like you've done quite the travels." Well, anyway, it's getting late. I should probably return to my companions. It was nice meeting you, and I hope I get to see you again when you come to visit.
She's gonna nod and say, "Don't get mugged."
I fear for anyone that tries. I'll just kind of wink at her and then slip out.
As you leave, you're gonna see her get mugged. I'm kidding.
Oh, there's gonna be daggers flying, dude. Alright, yeah, no, so then after that, I guess I would make my way back to the keep. It'd be the most likely way. Or the castle or
Alrighty.
whatever.
Did you guys want to go to 10:30, or you guys want to end there?
I mean, we could probably roleplay the filling in on what happened with them. And then...
Oh yeah, the whole party. Yeah, we'll let the party meet up, and then we'll decide from there. But yeah, you guys are all at the keep in the afternoon.
Okay. Everyone's gathered round. So, my rule. What happened after you split?
Oh, well, I totally do not kiss and tell.
Oh, we're just leaving it like that. Okay, alright.
Yeah, he said not kiss, like as in.
Oh, I thought you said not kiss and tell.
Yeah, so like he's like I don't not kiss and tell. So like basically saying nothing happened, but you're still not gonna hear about it.
Dang. Well.
What happened with you guys? Anything fun?
Oh, we did stop by. Krun's. Gosh, I forgot his name. Krun's house. They say his house was set on fire by the Hearts of Embers.
Oh,
Damn
that worked
shame.
out.
Isn't that a shame?
Yeah, those people are just out of control. Someone's gonna have to stop them.
Yeah.
Going after wealthy, well-known types now. They're getting bolder and bolder by the day.
I'm pretty sure.
Roll me a
Courier's just
deception check against yourself.
Alright, let's
I'm
see if I
pretty sure
believe my
Do I
own
believe my own
bullshit.
bullshit?
I'm sure Courier's just looking at us like, what are you?
Oh wait, I gotta roll the insight against my own deception.
9/11.
So insane. It'd be funny if you didn't make that.
I wanted to crit the deception roll. I really did.
Yeah, Career would join back up with you guys as you're talking.
Okay. Alright, so, after which... let's say, after there, so it's blamed on the Heart of Embers. The house is mostly still intact, and I believe you said you wanted to investigate sometime. So,
Possibly tonight if we can slip out.
might be difficult. There is an event happening here tonight. You might... and I might need your help.
Oh, having to ask the help from the lowly rogue must be desperate.
An acquaintance of ours, an enemy of Brock, I recently saw him out. His name is Drayla Madison. He helped me. He answered a few of my questions, and he wants a favor in return. That favor is to look through Anadelia's library.
Do we trust this person?
That's why I'm asking if you can help me keep an eye on it. I will
Nobody
be,
sees, nobody knows. You want the eyes from the shadows.
I will be with him, escorting him there, or trying to. I told him I will do what I can. And
Well, I don't think they expected me to attend the ceremony anyway. I could be already hidden away there when you get there, in case something goes wrong.
that works perfectly. So in case I am able to get him down there, you can help me in case he does something untoward.
Or we find out he's taking things that he shouldn't be.
Right. And we might want to... Well, I'll turn to Brock. Say, Brock, you've looked through this library before, right? Do you know of anything we want
We're discussing stealing from Brock's family in front of Brock.
He wants to look through it. Yeah, Brock. I know you hate this
it's
guy.
not the craziest conversation we've had in front of relatives of people. I told Ron's brother I was going to murder him.
I absolutely said I would try. And I'm making backup plans just in case. In case he does get in.
So, wait, what are you asking, Brock? If there are things worth stealing in there?
If there's anything worth stealing in there in case he does.
I would
just
rather
take something.
be interested if there's something in there that would be dangerous in the wrong hands.
Brock, who has looted several books from this library, is going to say, well, yeah, he's going to say there's there's the book with all the formulas in it for Ryren, but I have that one in my possession. There's also the book of Dionar Nakart. And he's going to say, I don't know what Brock actually did with that. I'm going to assume he still has it. And he's going to say, that one seemed to concern Anadelia.
Well, there's two ways we can play this. We can A, either actually try to help him, or B, we can tip them off that he's doing it and let him get caught.
But then they would know I would be the one that let him.
Well, you could easily just say that you agreed to help him just because it would be more dangerous not to have a man on the inside, and that you let me know and I tipped off, you know... What's the fucking bitch's name? I forget. Brock's sister?
Rachia.
I can tip off Rachia or... and Adelia.
The other
and we
thing
could just say that the only reason you agreed to help him is you wanted to make sure he didn't succeed. But that also means we're crossing a man we don't fully trust.
Who's probably very powerful. The other option is Brock can borrow some books that he feels are of importance.
The library is as massive as I think it is. I doubt we'd be able to get everything that...
Yeah, we can get what we can. Especially in this short amount of time, too.
Well, how about this then? We'll do it your way, and I'll be in the shadows, and if for some reason it's not going right, we can have a way for you to tip me off, and I'll go fetch the guards. He won't know I'm there.
For someone to conveniently come in, or conveniently have seen us come in.
Yeah. And hell, I mean, I have fucking eyes in the back of my head, so I mean, I can just say I saw you guys slip away from the party and head that way, and none the wiser.
As far as Draylen knows, he doesn't know you're with us. Yeah, this can work.
Yeah, he's never even seen me before, so...
Yeah.
We'll just have to have some sort of signal that you can give me if you would need me to fetch help. You know, like coughing 3 times or something.
Oh, it's dusty.
Yeah, exactly, like, it's fucking innocent as hell.
And there's no dust. That can work. Let's see what he does. If he's just a man who wants knowledge, it shouldn't be a big of an issue. But if he is a Brett, then we want to be careful.
Yeah, and worst comes to worst, these haven't been fully tested yet, and he takes out one of his daggers, rolling it in his hand.
In case he's another spirit.
Yeah, no more spirits. I would prefer not. It's fucking bullshit, dude.
I'm sure all of us would.
It's breaking the rules, man. When I kill you, you need to stay dead.
I shot him in the eye and he didn't die. That hurts my
Made
pride.
me cry. Anyway, that could work. Is Jessica here?
She is there.
She's here.
She is listening to the conversation go back and forth. You are going to notice, just looking at her instantly,
Her sword's gone.
Yes.
Where's your sword?
Urkus has it.
Raise my hand. Yeah.
Why
This.
why do you have her sword?
It's complicated.
Anyway, there's something I've been wanting to address. Jessica, you know how you don't like to make choices?
She's going to that, she's gonna just shake her head and say, it's not that I don't like to make choices, it's that it's easier to follow orders.
Is it easier because if you make a choice that you could possibly make the wrong one? Is that why?
She's
Hey! Can we not drop deep philosophy on like a 16-year-old?
Hey, she's got to learn sometime.
Yeah, and maybe that sometime can be when she's not going through whatever the fire spawn equivalent of puberty is, if that exists.
Well, I mean, isn't puberty the whole point is to grow up?
She does grow and she does
Stop using
age.
your brain on me.
But she's going to look like a little horrified at that question, and then she's gonna say, and I don't see the shame in heeding someone's better wisdom if they're more knowledgeable than you.
Agreed, of course, that's a wise choice. Just know that there aren't any wrong choices. You can always find your way back if you don't like the ones you've made. But it is important to go after the things that you want and not just let everyone else rule your life. Okay, just think on that. Don't have to worry about it right now, but it felt like it needed saying.
She's going to just respond very gloomily and say, sometimes the things we want cost others.
It's life. Anyway, back to your thing. When is this ceremony?
Tonight.
Tonight. Okay. Well, let's head whoever is involved in this, at least want to scout out the library so I know good exits and entrances, good hiding spots.
Good idea.
So can we head that way?
Yes.
Or do we want to break there and do that next session?
Either or. We can end there.
Or have it done in between. Since we're just looking around, right?
We're just looking around, so yeah, like, Brandon could always just send me, like, a message of, like, what I see and all that.
Books! Lots of them! I'm kidding.
More worried about how many entrances to the library, which ways can I slip in and out without being seen by the other people in there and all that.
Yeah. I would, in there, your guys' next session is going to be the 2nd. Oh, wow. That's so far away. Okay. Also, too, on the 28th, that's going to be Group 1 session. Parts of their members will likely be at this event. If you guys wanna, the whole group's not gonna be there. But if you guys would,
Richie is like, oh, these are just my friends.
Yeah,
we're just buddies.
So if you guys want to do a joint session and you're able to attend, I will allow Group 2 to sit in on Group 1 session. Also, if you do decide to, bring an Advil and an antidepressant pill, because you will need it for the decision-making skills that go on.
Gun.
Yeah.
So, like, Zymor and my role, or not, Nomad and my role become drinking buddies and just get wasted. It's like, alright, that's Eric out of the way. What's everyone else doing?
But yeah, that's an option for you guys. Otherwise, tonight, furthering Jessica's personal story, 500.
Yay!
The main story, did we do anything with the main story tonight?
Who's the main?
I sent
know.
feelers out for the stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna dish out another 500 for that. You guys went and got a bunch of stuff commissioned by Ritori or Ritoro. Yeah, Ritero. There we go. I'm gonna give 250 for that. Oh, and you guys headed off. Draylin too. Good job on that, because he would have definitely showed up at the party and just been like, "Hey, so yeah, I see you guys are here. Somebody's gonna let me inside that library."
Brock, buddy, let me use the spell on you again.
So good job on not being blindsided by that. I'm gonna give another 500 for that.
You kind of made it. I read, looking back, you made it obvious. Hey, you guys should go see Draylin.
Well, actually, and I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys. I wanted you guys to see Draylin for literally completely other or separate reasons. He has his own thing he's doing in the world too.
I
So
have no idea what that is.
yeah, you guys don't like him.
You know,
There's no fault
crafting
on you.
Ryrend or something. You know, it's fine.
No fault on you.
He's creepy.
He
Be
is.
around him.
He is very
Hey,
creepy.
Who cares if you're cursed, buddy? It's fine. Who cares about your soul?
Yeah.
I feel like
It's
after
a soul, man.
I think after he put his arm around him, I think it's like, you know, like traumatized. Like, he touched me. I
So
do
that
not
was
know
where
where
it
this
got weird
man.
for me, because I'm just like, oh.
It's like, I do not know where this man has been, and now he's touching me.
I would
We know
like.
that you live upstairs. You're probably just in your sex dungeon.
Draylin was your guys' first quest giver. He united the party. So
And started
Hey,
a
now.
Hawks rivalry.
The remnants of that party were united for a mutual hate of Kron Adequan.
and he's dead, so good. Oh, you know what? I'll give another 150 EXP for investigating the ruins of the house, or at least, you know, just stopping by. And I rolled a percentage die for, you know, if any passerbys would notice you guys, and it came up 85, and I was like, oh, yeah, neighbor would probably be coming back from his shopping, and it's like, hey, look at these guys adding to my neighbor's thing. Sucks that dude's dead. So.
Yeah, those hard.
Having to keep a straight face, because it's just like real shame that guy died.
Do I get anything for not only giving the poor begging woman money, but also making sure she got safely to a tavern?
Yeah, did we get anything for that frozen butter?
Oh, you know what? I will grant inspiration for her. I'll grant inspiration to I'll grant inspiration. You know what? Yes, inspiration for the whole party for handling Jessica tonight and in the butter.
I have inspiration.
Hey man,
Just the
that was all
moment,
me,
like
man. That was
she
all me,
pours it
dude.
in your hand, and you're just like, I'm gonna pour it in Jessica, and Jessica's like, I don't know how to say no. I don't want this.
It's like, oh,
And then
it
he gave her
cost-
the whole keg of just nasty. It
my favorite part was it cost
was like 6 copper, and I gave her 10 gold.
And then she gets her 10 gold. It's like, cool. Quest
I'm-
complete.
I don't have a stick here. Eat it in your hand.
I'm gonna end the broadcast there. I don't know,
Right.
open it for comments, but her